A top-notch slice backhand is a shot that bites through the court. It's a great option to have in your toolkit that gives you so much variety, both offensively and defensively. But do you ever feel like you're just hacking at your slice instead of using a full, fluid motion? Hey ET fam, I'm Kirby Bridges and I'm a teaching pro here at EssentialTennis.com, where it's our mission to bring passionate instruction to passionate players just like you. I don't want you to struggle with an unreliable slice anymore, ET fam. So today we're letting you into one of our recent lessons with our VIP student, Dennis, who came to work with us all the way from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. We showed him how to improve his slice so that he can use this tool more reliably in matches. Dennis is an amazing student who's 100% committed to improving, just like I know you are. So I want to leave you with a coaching gift from our team, just to say thank you for being part of our ET fam. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you where you can get your slice action plan so you can use our coaching in your very next practice. I want to keep this short so that we can dive into unleashing your slice potential. For now, let's jump right into our analysis of Dennis's slice backhand.
There's three main positions, kind of like we broke the backhand drive into three different positions that we're going to look at. We're going to look at his initial setup position, his contact position, and then his finish position. And what we're going to see here is a U-shaped swing. Roger's going to start turned and with his racket above the point of contact, with an open racket face. And then as he comes down to contact, if we were looking from the side, we'd actually see his racket is pretty square at this point. It's slightly open, slightly open, but not very much. It's not as open as most people think it is. But you'll see that he's turned his body forwards to contact here a little bit. He's looking over his shoulder here. He turns forwards, drops down to contact. It's pretty flat racket, but slightly open. And then watch what he does through and after contact. His hand comes back up again. So from his starting position here, and his contact position here, and then his finish position here, he's made a U-shaped swing. And so this gives fluidity to the swing, it gives flow to the swing. We're coming down to contact, but what's important to understand is from the point of contact, there's not a big aggressive downward chop going on. Like the racket's still dropping from contact, but most of the downward motion has already occurred. Like his starting position was up here. So he's coming down to contact, and his racket continues down through contact, but slightly down through and then back up again. So it's a smooth U-shaped swing. He's starting above his shoulder, coming down to contact, and then coming back up above his shoulder again. You have two different kind of distinct swing patterns. You have one that's similar to what Roger was doing. You're coming down and then coming up again, but what you're doing with your racket is a little bit different. And you have another style that's all down. Like you're just coming straight down and you're finishing with the racket low. So let's take a look at a few of these. So starting above the ball, down to contact, slightly open, that's great racket face. And you're staying pretty low. You're basically keeping the racket at the height of contact as you continue across. And so the result is it's just kind of an abrupt motion. If you watch this in full speed, you'll see that it doesn't have the flow that Roger's shot does. You're coming down to contact and everything's kind of stopping at that level. There's no ability to release the momentum of the racket smoothly. The way that Roger is coming down and back up makes it easier to give the ball depth and and a little bit more penetration into the court. When all you're doing is coming down to the ball and being a little more abrupt, it tends to be a little bit kind of shorter. And sometimes maybe that's what you want, but for a lot of your shots, that's not what we want. All right, let's take a look at a few more. So there's that exclusively downward motion. It was actually more exaggerated than the one before. Continuing downwards through. Straight down. Now here's one where you come back up, almost kind of a drive-ish kind of follow through. You'll notice that your butt cap is pointing down here and your racket is on edge. I'll go back to Rogers in a second and show you what position we should be in.
Down.
All down. Mostly down. And now when you kind of come up, but again, this is kind of a topspin kind of follow through on Rogers. I want you to look at where his butt cap is pointing right now. This is his finish after making contact and coming back up again. Where's his butt cap pointing?
It's behind him.
Yep. So the tip of his racket is pointing out towards his target. His butt cap is pointing behind him. And on the one we just looked at of you flipped it. Your butt cap is pointing forwards and the tip of your racket is pointing backwards. So this is kind of a turned, supinated motion where you've kind of closed the racket like on a drive. So there's some framework stuff going on here that I think we're gonna clean up pretty quickly. Because you have good feel from your take back down to the ball. You've got good feel to find the ball. We just need to incorporate the rest of the framework that we see from Roger.
Okay.
Let's come on up to the service line. Starting position is racket up above your shoulder with an open racket face. Yep, that looks great. Contact, you had down pretty well. Down to meet the ball with a slightly open racket face. Now the main difference is going to be your finish position, which is going to be back up above shoulder height again with the tip of your racket pointing out towards your target. Go ahead, hold your finish for me, and I'm going to adjust you a little bit. I'd love to see you here. Yeah. Yep. So we're thinking of this as a U-shaped swing. Down to the ball and then back up again. With the tip of your racket pointing towards me.
So now to get it deeper versus shorter, is it just the speed of the...
That's part of it. The main variables are how steep you're coming down towards the ball, how much you're cutting downwards, and what the angle of your racket face is. So if you want to make it really short and cutting, then you'd want to come down really steep with a more closed racket, and then I'll keep the trajectory lower and make a lot of spin. If you want to carry it really deep in the court, then you'd make it a little bit more of a lateral swing, not so steep downwards, and open the face a little bit more. And so that'll create a little bit more height and a little bit more depth.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Here's how it's looking right now. See it?
Yeah.
Open face above the shoulder, down to contact, slightly open, back up again, shoulder height, tip of the racket, pointing out towards their target.
Okay.
Okay, starting now, do 2 shadow swings, and then Kirby's gonna toss to you, and we'll repeat that pattern.
2 open.
Yes, good awareness, nice job. You're 100% correct. The reason why it was too open, Ira and I were chatting before we started doing these. The reason why it was too open is you're not used to hitting with a continental grip.
Right.
You're used to hitting with more of a drive kind of grip.
Right.
And so switching to continental opened the strings up quite a bit more than what you're used to.
Right.
And frankly, I would much prefer that you do, that you do hit with the continental grip. It's going to take a little more getting used to because we have a different angle than what you're accustomed. But in the long run, it's going to make for a much better shot, in my opinion. Come on over here. You're going to be on deck for a sec. I'm gonna do a few. I want to get a direct comparison for you. So I'm going to do 2 shadow swings, and then Kirby's going to toss to me. Good. One more. Okay, so we have racket above the shoulder, down to contact, open face, and then back up to above the shoulder, tip of the racket, pointing out towards target. So now I wanted to have a lefty direct comparison for you to look at compared to yours. Your shadow swings are pretty much right where we want it to be. Above the shoulder, open face, coming down to contact, back up again to, you're starting to turn your forearm a little bit here. We're getting away from the finish position. And that's getting exaggerated on your actual hits. Starting position is good. Contact, maybe a little more open for how close we are would be good. Watch what you do with your racket. You close it and rotate. Yes. You're turning and twisting your forearm and your shoulder as you make your finish position. It's not so much that you're opening your body too much. We're just overactive with your shoulder and your forearm on the finish. Contact. I'm opening and you're closing. So, a couple slow shadow swings, please. Let's focus on the finish position, please. For 3 reps, I'd like you to hold your finish position and look at it, visually check it.
After I hit it?
No, during your shadow swings. You're not in the same, that one was closer. Okay, there we go. You're about half a dozen before that, we're not in that position. Check it, good. And now after a couple more of those, when Kirby tosses to you, I want you to finish and turn your head to your left and look at the racket. Yes.
Even if it's back here.
I want you to see it if that's where it is. I want you to know that's where it is. That's the whole point, is your own awareness. It's getting closer, Dennis. You're still turning and twisting the racket head. Yeah, it's getting closer, getting closer. Nice job, nice job. Good self-correction. Still turning it. There we go. Hey, yes. All right, good. I want to give you a high five. Good self-correction. Nice job. Do it again. There we go, Dennis. Nope, not that one. The 2 before were better. Better. Still not as good as your other ones. Good. It's your last one. This is the best framework you've ever had on a slice. There we go. Good.
Not bad.
Isn't that funny how much foot concentration it takes? We're reversing habits. Who knows how many thousands of times you've hit a slice the other way. This is what we want to see. And I'll show you your other ones where you're checking. You're doing a really nice job being self-aware and then making an adjustment. So you see it. Yep, you see it.
So I can see I'm going to have to play with this, the different angles of the racket, the kinds of stuff. slices.
Yeah, that's
a whole.
yeah, that's down the road. Once we get the framework correct, you're completely correct. Depending on how open or closed, how steep or how shallow we attack at the ball, we can create a million different results, which is part of what makes the slice a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Good, better. And I actually kind of mentioned that to you. If you ever get to watch Federer practice, like I said, he screws around a ton, especially with the slice. Like he'll hit a lot of steep, like biting, cutting slices, some that just barely go over the net and go deep in the court. Like he really goes lateral through it, and everything in between. He knocks some of them down short. Some of them are higher floatier balls. And so once you get this framework down, you can experiment all day long with that, different angles, different racket faces. But we need to program this framework first. It's really, really important. Let's go back to no man's land. We'll do a couple shadow swings and drops from here. I want you to really be vigilant about continuing to visually, manually check that finish position, because that's where all the awareness for you right now is coming from. As soon as you stop checking it, you go back to turning your racket face. It's pretty good, Dennis. Pretty good. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. A little exaggerated out to the left. Good finish. Yeah. Good. Good. Here, check this out. It's the last swing. This is what we want with the racket face.
A little bit rotating too much.
Yeah, you're really, and I don't mind this too much. Like when you look at Roger, granted, this is just a slice, this is just one shot from him, but on this particular one, he actually opens up quite a bit. Out to his right.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it, as long as we're not making more side spin than the backspin. Like I don't want you to be like cutting across to the left, across the back of the ball. I don't think that's what's happening. Just keep focusing on the racket face primarily for now. Good. Nice job. Yeah, it's really nice, Dennis. Good. Very nice. That time you closed it, you twisted the face. Good. Nice job. You're starting to get a good feel for it. Here's your last three. Watch it from this angle. You can really kind of see that leftward, kind of exaggerating the leftward part of it, which for right now, I'm fine with that. That last one was where you twisted it and closed it a little bit more. Yeah. These first two I thought were really nice. That's great. Keep going. You're doing great. Kind of a stronger, more aggressive slice is very much a pulling. It should be a pulling feel as opposed to a turning feel. Like all the work, most of the work we've done on your drive has been working on getting this turn and this rotation, whereas slice, the racket face is maintaining pretty much a steady position, and it should be mostly from the shoulder, pulling in your core, rotating and pulling through and then guiding it back up. And so the forearm should not be doing any of that turning and twisting, aka supinating. So if it's helpful for you, think about like dragging the butt cap towards and through the point of contact. Two shadow swings. Tell me what you see here. This is the rep you just did. Shadow swing.
That's a new one.
No, it's actually your old one.
Oh, is it? It's the old one.
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
It's nothing like nothing like what we've been practicing. So this is the 100% down motion. There was no U shape to it.
Yeah.
I just want you to be aware, like as soon, and to me, like we're just seeing this more and more. Students coming in doing this experience that there's something that clicks as soon as the brain sees, oh, here comes the ball. It runs the slice program. It's like, all right, time for a slice, and you go right back to the program that you're used to running, which is this, which is nothing like what we were just practicing. But now it's a different environment, right?
Yes, yes.
At least as far as the brain is concerned. Before it was like, oh, okay, Kirby's dropping me the ball, I'm practicing this. Now you need to be super vigilant about focusing on what you're doing with your body. Otherwise, you're just gonna just go right back to the old one. Okay. So 3 shadow swings per hit. You're gonna check your finish position. And quite possibly what's most interesting to me is you had no idea. Like you just finished here and you're like, oh yeah, let's keep going. Like, even though I asked you to check your finish position on each of these. So I need you to be really, really present and really be vigilant about checking where you're at. Yeah, lost a little bit of the U, but not bad. I gave you a specific height for both the start and the finish. Do you remember what that was? What I said was above the shoulder. So start above the shoulder, down to contact, finish above the shoulder. Yep. That is your benchmark. Did you or did you not finish above shoulder height?
No.
Yeah, it was a rhetorical question, but you're correct. Yeah, you didn't on the one. So from here on out, that's what I want you to ask yourself. Yes. Did I finish?
I'll tell you no or yes.
Okay, good, excellent. Okay, good. There we go. Good. Nice job.
Maybe. Close.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept close.
Yeah, no. That was too low.
Yes, good. Getting there. Your awareness is improving. We're starting to run into what I like to call fake finish or fake follow through, where you're like going to where you want to finish, and then you know you have to check, so you're like, oh okay, it's got to be up here. And we want to make it a fluid, smooth, continuous motion, just like your shadow swings are.
Okay.
Just for fun, let's see a repetition where you finish way higher than you think you need to. Just for fun. Okay, good. Nice job. I would say that was slightly exaggerated. Yeah. Keep going with that, Dennis. No, go back to the exaggerated one. Finish way higher than you think you need to. Look it. Okay, there's 2 reps here. The first one was just a regular rep, and then I said, no, go back to the exaggerated one. So here's you exaggerating, which is pretty much exactly what we're looking for. It's funny, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Look what the ball did.
What about it?
I guess
Talking about direction or height?
Way open, I guess, huh?
Yep. Yeah, the angle of the strings will always have the most to do with trajectory of the ball.
So when I'm coming down, I should be at contact like this.
Yep. Slightly open.
Slightly open.
Yep. And it depends on what flavor of slice are we trying to hit. Sometimes you want that higher, more floaty shot in a defensive situation.
Yeah.
And so you actually want to open it up more.
Yeah.
Other times we want it to just sneak over the net, and so we want it to be more closed and more level swing.
Yeah. Okay.
To kind of just inside the baseline for me. Excellent. exaggerate the next one for me, Dennis, the height of the finish. Exaggerate it. It was just barely above shoulder height. Come on, really just make it goofy, like super high on the finish. There we go. Yeah, good, good. Do it again, just so you can feel that. Good, yeah, good. Yeah, overall the framework is starting to look pretty consistent now. Nice job. It's come a long ways.
Dennis's slice backhand has come a long way, and now he has the tools and understanding to be able to feel a lot more comfortable about using this utility shot in matches. But it's also important to remember, ET fam, that this is only the beginning for Dennis. So to continue his progress, we sent him home with a detailed action plan to follow so that he can keep improving. And now you can have that same opportunity by downloading our special Slice action plan. Even though our coaches won't be standing right next to you like we were with Dennis, we can give you the very next best thing. A powerful, effective, step-by-step process to follow for your next practice. Get instant access to our Slice action plan immediately by clicking the link in the description down below. Just let me know where to send it and you'll have access to your coaching in your inbox within minutes. Finally, do me a favor, and after you get your action plan, come back to this video and leave a comment to let me know about how your slice is coming along. If this video was helpful to you, then I'd so appreciate it if you could give it a like. And don't miss out on any of our upcoming lessons by subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, ET fam.